What's going on, everyone? Forex Fargo checking in. Forex Fargo weekly webinar. This is kind of your Thanksgiving special. If you do live in the United States of America, we are celebrating Thanksgiving on Thursday. So I don't know how that's going to affect the U.S. market, but regardless, that's just something that's going to happen. But anyways, this is from November 22nd through November 27th. As always, remember to take your profits, use a stop loss. Remember, your risk reward ratio is actually the most important. Do not chase a trade, and then only enter one time if you're stopped out. The pairs analyzed, we're just going to keep it, the same overall theme. AU, AJ, GJ, EU, GU, GA, EA, and then gold, right? So what we're going to start with, our AU that we have already right here on our, on our screen. As we can see, I like starting from the macro time frame. That just means a higher time frame. That's all. So what we're gonna do is, let me fix this a little bit. We're gonna look at the weekly time frame just to see, kind of how price closed, right? So last week, if you watched the webinar last week, I was explaining the fact that we were looking to enter buys around this blue ellipse right here. And then I drew this trend line right here, just waiting for confirmation. So we were able to catch from the break of the trend line, able to catch maybe 50, 60 pips to the upside. Not worried about it. Price still closed within our zone. And it actually closed as a support, right? Close above our zone as a support, right? So what we're going to probably look to see, maybe to see if we could have a slight retracement, just back down to the downside, maybe 76, 72, 600, 650, 725-ish area. I'm not going to, expand anything in the zone. Just going to literally look for us to ride the wave back to the upside. And my trading is quite easy. Actually, it has gotten a lot easier, since I know what it is that I'm actually looking for and understanding of what it is that I'd like to trade. If we look at this, once again, from the overall time frame, we could just see the monthly candle since, elections was kind of the beginning of the month, November 4th or so. We've had this fucking huge bullish momentum, which was expected because I put the blue ellipse right here. Here goes, the buy signal from all the way down there, the buy limit, super finesse that shit. Once again, just trading off of the weekly, monthly, and then daily time frames. That's where I've had the most success. It seems like it's hard. It's fucking not. You just have to have patience. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait to see if price is going to here. I'll put a blue ellipse to make it a little bit easier, right? So we're going to wait to see how price reacts within this little blue zone right here, and then we should be able to catch continued buys to the upside. I will add this because this is a whole new week, right? So we're going to add our little long position, and we're going to see if we can catch, the remainder of this trade to the upside, right? We'll have a tighter stop loss, something like that, right? Once again, I'm not going to do no entry stop losses, just follow along with the trade, right? So dropping this down to a 4-hour time frame, you can kind of see this has hit a level of resistance right here. I'm going to erase it in a second, but you got this resistance right here at this 73, 250, 300 area. So we're waiting to see what happens. Price is going to retest, and then if not, we'll probably be able to set a buy stop and then catch it to the upside. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that you plan your trade accordingly. I don't do anything different every week, right? Same thing right here. We were looking for this trade to continue to the upside. All right, cool. We were able to catch a little bit of this trade from, I think we caught 70, 75 pips or something like that from this blue ellipse. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, we're literally going to add another ellipse. We're going to see how price reacts within this zone. And then when price is respecting the zone as our support or demand level, then we should be able to catch continued buys to the upside, right? Continued buys to the upside, easy 70 pips, easy, 136 pips. And then if we're able to have a great week, we could catch, upwards of 200 pips on this one trade alone. There's already a buy signal right here, and this is actually the same signal that we had from last week. So nothing on this GJ signal is going to change at all. Just going to keep it like that. Oh, hold on, people are actually trying to join. More people joining. For those that just joined, I just went over. Apologies about that. Just went over the AU trade that we're taking a look at. Once again, I'm just waiting for price to see if it's going to pull back into this blue ellipse, and then if it is, I'll probably be looking for buys continue to the upside. Just respecting overall the fact that the trend has been super bullish and there's no slowing down right now. I spoke about the fourth quarter being a big quarter, and like this is why, because elections, looking and being able to forecast into the future. Now moving on back to DJ, right? I spoke about this. We're going to see how price respects this blue ellipse, and then the fact that if price can hold within this demand zone right here, we should be good on this trade. AJ, I was actually looking for buys from this level. What I'm actually going to look for is I'm not going to force the situation. I'm just going to add another blue ellipse right here, right? So I want to catch my trade. I like catching I don't need to second guess. I don't need to catch the entire move, right? Especially now that, I'm not trading a little bit different, but things have been working a lot better for me recently, and I don't need to catch the 150 pips that, I've been trying to catch to maintain the fact that I missed a 500 pip pop. You guys know I could catch 500 pips in one fucking day, and I could catch it in a week. So it's just like it comes when it comes, and there's no need for me to overexert myself trying to make sure that I catch 125 pips on the entire move. I don't give a fuck anymore. Now moving forward, right? What we're gonna do with this, I'm actually, like I said, just gonna wait. These were the original buy signals that I had from last week. This buy stop actually hit perfect, right? So this buy stop actually reflected the fact that from 76 150 all the way up to 76 for 76 749, something like that, right? So that buy stop hit, I'll just be looking to mimic this signal right here, and then if you want to, you can actually look for the long-term buy up over there. And then this is actually what I want to speak about real quick. So if you guys have been following me, I know a lot of shit has been happening with Bitcoin and all of this fucking crazy shit, blah blah blah. I don't care. I'm just gonna stick to my fundamentals. Every time price has gotten around this level, I don't care if it pushes up, 100 pips, 200 pips, it's rejecting from this level, right? So pretty much I was in a trade to close out the end of the week last week for like 200 pips. I didn't actually send the signal, but, I was looking at the fact that I think I got price right in like the 1850-ish area, and then just caught it for like, 200-300 pips, took my profits and shit. Now we're waiting to see how price kind of opens up. Once again, we'll be looking to catch this long to the upside. Now, are we going to see a fucking tremendous, move that we saw something like this? Are we going to see this fucking, 850, almost literally 1,000 pip candle in a day? Probably not, right? But what we can do is we can make sure and see what it is that, and then plan our trade accordingly. And, once again, things are a lot basic with me, but, it works, right? Right, so I'll be looking for something like this. Maybe this pull back in this area on gold. All right, EU, right? So EU, last week I spoke about price, pulling back up into this supply zone right here. This is actually perfect. From this blue ellipse, I was looking to see if we could catch sells. However, now, if I just wanted to do this, I can just see this visually on the 4-hour time frame. Like I said, when you get better with the chart work, you'll understand. There's a trend line right here. I'm not forcing it. It just fucking 1, 2, and third bounce right there. I was probably going to anticipate another bounce or somewhere around there, but don't trade like that anymore, right? So now that I can't trade like that, I just don't trade like that anymore. So what it is that I'm looking at, waiting to see how price may pull down to this, 118 level. Hopefully we can get a pullback down here for better premium buys. Or if not, I'll wait to see, how price respects this level. If we get finally a candle closure above it, and then how I have this path right here, maybe a pull up and then a pull back down and then a push up to the zone. So there's no need to kind of rush the process on this. You guys will notice as you develop your patience, your trades will look fucking a lot. You'll have a lot less losses, and then your wins will be like significant, right? You'll be like, wow, like I finally understand trading. Like it's literally just a patience game, and then taking the time to plan out your fucking trades. Now, I take the time to plan out my trades in the beginning of the week, and I'll tell you this much: I like my trading to be done by Wednesday, and I realized that Wednesday is the best for me because a lot of moves, the most volatility happens in the market, Wednesday, Thursday, so on and so forth, right? But if I'm able to catch my, 500 pips before fucking Tuesday or whatever like that, or Wednesday, I'm fine. I may still enter a couple positions, but they're not going to be as heavy as the positions that I entered in the beginning of the week, previously before, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, whatever like that. Like I was fucking not withdrawing my profits from my MT4 account, and not only withdrawing my profits, but not even withdrawing my initial investment that I had put into the account and shit. So, when I speak, I'm speaking from my heart, and I'm speaking from experience and shit, because you guys are growing with me. So, when you guys see me glow up and you guys blow up, you'll be like, holy shit, I was with Forex Fargo from the beginning, from the .01 lots to the fucking dollar lots to the fucking $5 lots to the $10 lots, you know what I mean? To the fucking 100 lots like Uncle Ted. It's all going to take time. It's all going to take patience and shit, but you got to believe in the journey. Enough of the fucking rambling. What I will do is, we're going to move on to the next thing, right? So last week I spoke about GU. This is actually a fucking perfect trade. No stop out, no nothing. We're actually going to put a blue ellipse right here. Maybe price will pull back, somewhere down here so we can catch a continuation trade. But I actually caught a decent bag off of this, maybe like $200+ or something. I had like a 25 lot open, 0.25 lot open. And that's what I'm getting more comfortable at too, right? So you guys may laugh about the fact that, oh my God, this guy's only using penny lots. Like at this point, I'm not showing you everything, but if I open a fucking 0.25 lot open and then catch 85 pips or whatever, it's like what, like 2 something on GU. I could catch fucking I could open a 0.45 lot on fucking AU and catch like 45 pips and shit and catch like a quick 250. You know what I mean? Like, when I tell you guys that I am making money from this shit, and you'll have more success saying that, like, I want to try to aim between like $50 to 500 up to 1,000, whatever the case may be. As close as you get to your target, withdraw that shit and then just start over again. You know what I mean? Like, literally, you should just be able to start over again. It should not be that hard. And as I can tell, it's 5 o'clock right now because the fucking price has just started moving, right? So, not worried about the impulsivity to the push to the upside. Like I said, just gonna kind of wait for the retracement. I don't know if you guys can see this. I got my homie texting me and shit, trying to figure out what I use for trading. Do I use Owanda? No, I do not use Owanda. Owanda is trash. But anyways, this was a trade from last week, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Look at this sell limit at 120, 182, 245. If you guys caught this trade, you were fucking living beautifully in profit. You may not have caught the entire thing, but you were able to catch at least up to like TP5 or something like that. TP4, right? So it's not bad. Let's go over one other thing real quick, right? So I think that I want to go over the trends for the overall trends, and this will help you guys. All right, so I'm going to probably end this in a second, but let's go over November trend, right? So we know that the USD is weak, right? We know the AUD is fucking I'd call it neutral, right? In my eyes, EU. What would I call euro? Euro, I'd call it strong, because the fucking the US dollar and the euro strong because DXY is weak, right? What else do I see? I see, because USD is streak trends, that I see bullish, bullish trends I see, right? AU, AJ, GJ, GU, CJ, which is CAD, NU, NJ, pretty much, right? You'll do this, right? So XXX USD is bullish. XXX JPY is what I see as bullish, right? And then bearish trends. And these are the ones that I just follow. Right, so like that should be bearish. And then AUD, blah, 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 should be bullish. What else do I see? Sorry, as I'm saying this, I'm trying to talk to myself, because this should help you guys, hopefully. XXX NZD as well. All right, so this should help you guys, right? All right, so pretty much November trends that I see, myself. I've noticed that the US dollar has been weak. You know, AUD has been neutral in my eyes. Euro has been strong because of the fact that the dollar index has been weak, right? And then bullish trends that I see, you know, any currency pair versus the US dollar, you know, should be bullish. Most currency pairs versus JPY should be bullish. AUD versus whatever other pairs, you know, should be bullish as well. And then bearish trends I see, you know, like pairs such as EA, GA. I mean, yeah, I see those as bearish, and then EA and GN, I see those as bearish as well. So I'm only speaking on the pairs that it is that I follow every so often. Hopefully, you know, this will help you guys, and you know what I mean, you should be able to, you know, catch some pips and close out the week fairly strong. But you know, like I said, my trading is a lot easier nowadays, and you know, this is all that I do. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for checking in. Forex Fargo checking out, and you know what I mean? Let's catch these pips. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and make sure that you spend some time with your motherfucking family. See you guys next week, fam.